We is back
Yes,
today
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
with episode 5 of the Weebinati podcast. What we on, Greed?
Um, that's a good question. What are we on? Oh, weren't we supposed to do something? Was it every 5 episodes or every 10?
What we supposed to do?
What was the one where we were supposed to rewatch all the things? Was that episode 10
Rewatch
or
all of them.
5? Because you remember we was like, oh, we should do something like every 5 episodes, every 10 episodes. I can't remember if this is like.
I mean, I'm down to rewatch the vlog. I mean, if that's what you're trying to do.
No, I'm asking you, what did we agree on before? Because I don't remember. I can't remember if it was every 5 or every 10. Like, were we doing like every 5 episodes there's a special kind of thing, or were we doing every 10 episodes there's a special? We discussed it. I'm asking you, do you remember what we talked about?
Hmm.
You don't remember that conversation, bro?
I do and I don't.
That's what bro. But see that? Okay, all right. If you don't remember, then let's just do this. This is to be a regular episode, so then we could plan better for the 10th one.
Okay.
That's just what, bro. What you mean? Okay, I'll let.
I
Bro,
can't
we
say
weren't prepared to
okay.
do it. All right, bro.
You so
You
weird.
can't discuss nothing with
You
niggas,
so
bro.
weird. He's
You know
so
what though?
weird.
I did see something. And I was like, bro, hold on, I gotta
What?
bring this up.
Because
But
Doomsday Leak's gonna be a whole segment, so I'm giving it time.
that's real. I feel that. I was I seen somebody say that apparently the next Superman movie is supposed to be less comic booky
Yeah,
and more. Yeah, James Gunn apparently came out in an interview and said that, and honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's one of those like I
what's
think he's gonna appeal more to those fans that be on some Superman needs to be realistic type vibe, but like, bro, it's a comic book movie,
what's
you
less
know.
comic booky for him though? I guess
I think just like the whole random sporadic situations that the first one had, bro, it was just a lot of
cause
random cool action packed shit going on, and I just don't. I think this is gonna be a more serious
like a linear story
tone,
like the Guardians movies.
yeah, kind of story driven kind of thing. Because he's also incorporating he's gonna have like Lex was a big part of the first one, obviously, but we're gonna be looking at Lex through kind of his POV for most of it. You know, like I feel like we were
Uh-huh.
kind of getting like a look at Lex's world in the first one, but now we're actually gonna be a part of it in the second. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so do you think? Hold on. Can you throw a picture of Superman? Just that Man of Tomorrow
Oh, that
picture.
post.
Yeah. But
I
do
just started posting.
are you thinking what's it called? It's gonna be more so like the freaking Guardians movies where like they follow one story, we know which villain we fighting at the end, whoop de whoop de whoop.
I I do. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's gonna work a lot more on like kind of maybe the Clark side of Superman a bit more. We're probably gonna get a lot more uh grounded level like stories with Lex. Just him
Okay.
in his little life, you know how he doing dealing with prison, probably trying to get out of prison. Uh and
Could open
yeah,
similarly to
whatever that
Suicide
one
Squad.
threat is, yeah. Whatever that one threat is definitely gonna constantly just build up throughout the movie until the end when they finally both come into contact with that big threat. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people are thinking it a lot of people are thinking it'll be Brainiac. Do you think it'll be Brainiac?
I don't think it should be.
Mm-hmm.
If it is, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not
I
ready
think they
for
should lose.
Yeah, like I don't think they're ready for Brainiac cuz I honestly feel like Brainiac's one of those villains that like can whoop Superman in his movie. Yeah, like you're saying they should lose and then we get a Justice League movie where shit gets serious.
100%.
Where
Because I'm
like he
thinking about it
captures
like,
like
yeah,
Supergirl or some shit and then like and
he
the,
need the help.
of the Justice League. That would be fire.
That'd be fire.
The
That'd be fire.
Justice
That's what
League
I'm
going to
saying,
rescue
bro.
Supergirl.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I think if we got like a movie kind of like that, where in the Superman movie they lose in his second movie, I would 100% be okay with that purely just because it's like we not going. How can I put it? He's not like the strongest Superman ever. He's done some crazy stuff, but he's definitely not nowhere near his peak. I forever will stand on the notion that his peak is after he comes back to life
Yeah.
from Doomsday.
Now,
100%. I think he's way strong. So
honestly, I'm gonna be real for this Superman. I want him to be like just for future standings and all of that. Like
yeah,
I really want him to be like Superman like right before fucking New 52 happened, where like he was like post like Silver Age and shit like that, but he had like a lot. He just gone through all of those eras from the 90s and shit to the 2000s where he had all those flunky ass powers. Like kind
yeah.
of in the same direction that how do I describe his heading? My Adventures with Superman is heading. Just giving this nigga like bullshit.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, nah. I wouldn't be completely opposed to that either. And something else I'm also very okay with. Why I'm very okay with them losing is because like he's saying it's gonna be less comic booky, but when you really think about it, bro, it's gonna be more comic booky if he make them lose at the end. Because bro, you gotta think realistically, every comic book issue doesn't end with the hero winning. Sometimes you gotta wait until the next issue, the next few issues, until they come out to see if the hero won or not. You know what I'm saying? Like the hero doesn't always win at the end of the comic book.
Yeah.
Probably at the end of the story or the saga or whatever arc they in, of course. But like it's kind of like you lose the battle but won the war kind of thing. I am completely fine with that with Superman, bro. You could make him lose the battles, but obviously in the end
He
build it
comes
to
back
so he can
stronger.
win the war. Exactly.
Cause
Like I
Superman
think
never
it
gonna
hit
go all
so
out on a
hard.
nigga off rip.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. So if he loses in his second movie, I'm completely fine with that. Like they ended on a cliffhanger type shit. Like Kara just got kidnapped. Superman's really down bad. He hurt. We gonna have to throw this nigga in the sun type. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be some crazy stuff. Lex is the only one standing from the three of them. Then he like, man, we gonna need help. And then boom, he get the contact and the other heroes and shit. Cause Superman can't do it. He probably gonna be down and out. Or Superman gets captured and it's up to Kara and Lex. I'd be cool with that too.
Man, I feel like Kara might try to. She might rip that nigga Lex's head off.
But see, no, that's that. But see, that's where this is where the cool character growth come in, bro. She's gonna have to grow from that as a character. She's gonna be like my big cousin, the main hero of this world is gone. I need to step up. I just can't be having these like, yeah, I don't like Lex, but what would Clark do in this situation? Type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like she gonna have to work with him. That's gonna be a big character growth thing for her.
Yeah.
Because James Gunn already said she's 20. She's gonna be 21 in her movie.
That's
So
what I
she's
wanted to
young,
ask you
bro.
about her. Do you want her a part of any teams?
Honestly, no. I like it better when Kara is
Just
doing
out.
her own thing, and I'm cool with her being a part of the Legion. But the Legion isn't like later. You know
Yeah,
what
where
I'm
she gets
saying?
sent off,
Like
sent to
when
the future
Brainiac
type
5
vibes.
become a thing. But see, they got to deal with Brainiac before Brainiac 5 become a thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm cool with Kara being like that in and out league member.
Where she
Could
just
still
shows
let her
up
be
for the
her own
big shit.
standalone. Basically, like she essentially Spider-Man, bro. Let her be the Spider-Man. I'm cool with her having her own separate side story. She come in and out. You know, she got freedom to be in the group or not in the group. Is what I'm trying to say,
Yeah, you see these pictures I put in?
bro. Yeah. Ain't these like So didn't they split Superman in half or something? And then he had like a red and blue. And wasn't
Uh,
that what this comic was?
I gotta
Like they split him in
remember.
half, and then he had a red and blue half, bro. And then they both were like Superman,
Yeah,
kind of.
but I think it's also a thing where he just has extra powers along with that too.
Like, cause I don't think this is Clark. I think these might be his kids or something.
Nah, these ain't his
But
kids. He didn't have kids back then.
right. So I think they split his personalities, cause there is a red version of this. But yeah, what was you gonna say about it?
I was like, how broken you want this nigga to be 10 years deep?
I just think he should be very like like he should be broken to the point to where the only thing that you could do to really stop him is magic, mind control, and
Cause
dark side.
I'm not gonna lie, I want David Cornsworth to play this nigga for about 20 years. Like,
I agree.
it would be dope, bro, to like see DCU go on like
I
2050, and this
Yeah,
nigga's at the point where like, what, he 30 now? Like these, a lot of times most niggas start playing like their superhero character, whether it's MCU or DCU. They start playing their superhero character in their 40s.
right.
Like Robert Downey Jr. became Iron Man in his 40s, if late 30s, early 40s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, he
And
did.
Chris Evans was like early 30s when he became Captain America.
Yeah, early to mid 30s.
Yeah, like,
But for them bigger heroes, because they're much older in general as characters, yeah, they have to kind of cast an older actor
and I
for
think if
sure.
they're already going with a younger Superman, like imagine we see this, and I've already said it, like we've talked about it before with his frame, like he's already like naturally tall, right? But like, you
Yeah,
know, with age, you're able to put on more weight. It'll be cool to see this nigga end up being like the Superman we know today, like the just built nigga. You know what I mean?
I
That's
think he definitely can be, bro. I think it's just a matter of him, like, which he will be, staying consistent and all of that. But like you said, within 10 years, where do I see him? I definitely think he'll be exactly where we would want him to be. As far as his character, his Superman, I think, like I said, I don't think he should lose. I think the only thing that should be able to like really affect him, bro, is if it's not dark side, mind control, or magic, that nigga shouldn't be losing to nothing. I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, like I think we're way past that point of like him losing to by that time 10 years, yeah.
I would kind
And
of like
like
it to be a thing where like,
we talking about like Doomsday Rebirth too?
yeah,
Like that happened in the 10. Oh yeah. Nobody should fuck with him other than Darkseid, damn
and
near. I ain't gonna lie.
you know, I think it should kind of be like a thing where like we get glimpses of just how broken this nigga is in the terms of like, you know, in Suicide Squad, like the James Gunn one, where like
Hmm.
they was doing like cutaway gags, like uh and shit like that, like they was Family Guy, like they would
Yeah.
reference some shit. I think it would be cool if we get shit like that, like, cause someone was like, we need more cutaway gags in the DCU, like it kind of helps differentiate, not like over spamming them, but like just referencing some shit in
Yeah.
universe. Like I thought that would be cool, right? But I like imagine we get a scene where like the Titans are arguing or some shit, like Teen
Right.
Titans, and they like, bro, I don't. Y'all know what happened last time. We got rescued by Superman. That was some bullshit. And you know, we get like a quick glimpse
And then
of
they
this.
do like a scene of him pulling up to the. That'd be hard. That'd be real hard. That'd be hard. See,
Yeah,
I would love that, but it would definitely depend on the character. Like I'm cool with that happening with the Flash. I'm cool with that happening with the Titans. I'll let it happen to Superman too, like little quick cutaways. But I wouldn't want that to happen like Batman, Wonder Woman. Just the more
mm-hmm.
serious archetype
Heroes.
kind of characters. I just wouldn't want them to gag them too much.
Yeah, I
Maybe if
think it
Bruce
could be
Wayne
a
is having
quick.
like a little thing with Damian, and he like, Damian, you can't forget what happened in training, and then it show a quick scene of him whooping Damian or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be cool with that. But
Yeah,
like, it depends on what like the cutaway or the gag is for me.
I think it. I think it depends on the character. I don't think every character should make references. Like, I
No,
think it
no, no,
should
no.
work better for the characters that are like kind of how you said Batman said that. I can imagine better if like Nightwing is saying,
Nightwing,
if yeah, if
probably.
Nightwing's saying that to Damien, if Damien's talking shit, and he's like,
That's
well,
true.
well,
That's
Tim,
true.
Tim didn't go too easy on you last time, and you saw what happened, and you know, I don't know
True. Yeah,
that some shit like,
I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
cause like I think I was watching a video the other day,
I
right?
wouldn't mind Alfred doing it to Bruce though.
Yeah.
And then we see like a memory of his childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, like the more sarcastic characters that keep shit fun and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Cause,
It's definitely character dependent.
cause how do I describe? I think there's gonna be a lot of shit that like this universe is already developed. Like we
Yeah,
didn't even get
very
no
much so.
full confirmation of yes or no if this Superman has heard of a Batman, but we
Right.
know a Batman is around.
We
Due
know
to
we know a Gotham is around and there's shit going on. They showed it
and,
on the news in the show or
and a
movie.
Batman is active right now, like actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when you think about Creature Commandos, they already showed
I
that
think,
nigga.
see, the funniest part is, bro, I think Batman to the rest of the world is still very much in like that myth phase.
You
Like
think so?
Gotham very much knows of him. Like the Gotham, the city itself, very much knows of him. But I think he's still technically like kind of like a myth or a mystery to the rest of the world. Yeah,
Mm.
bro, because he hasn't met anybody outside of his own city yet. Like when you ever notice when Batman do meet the other heroes, they really, oh, you just a nigga in the back suit, or they be like, oh,
It
you not a
ranges.
myth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people more times than not, people don't be really believing, not really knowing him, but believing that
That
like it's really just a regular nigga in the back suit. Like
yeah.
it's because it sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy to anybody, but like Gotham is like, no, bro, this nigga's real. Like it's just a dude in the back suit beating up people, bro.
But so would you want? So, but if we already have Bat family members, right? How much
Yeah.
would you want them to already like? Would you want Nightwing to already be in Bloodhaven? Like, how do you think
So
this
you
shit?
wanna know what's interesting about this? Titans is definitely a very big part of. It's a huge part
I saw
of
people
Nightwing's
saying
upbringing,
yeah, it is.
and there is no Titans. There's
I,
no League.
are we sure? You right. You
Yes,
right. You right.
we are very
There wouldn't
sure.
be a
There is
Titans
no
before a league.
Titans. Yeah, that's what I'm
You right.
saying.
You right. You right.
There is no way. So you gotta think, bro. Like if we don't even have that, no kind of, it's just like, where is it gonna go? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But you know what's interesting? So I heard, is it true that everything James Gunn dropped is canon to his in DC universe, right?
So, okay. So that's what I was trying to get into, right? It's like I've been watching a bunch of videos on like every new project, every project we've had so far, what is and isn't canon, and a lot of
Right.
that has to do with one, what we're seeing in Peacemaker week by week. And I'll be honest, I only watched episode 1 so far. I'm finna catch up before episode 6, 7, and 8 comes out. But what's it called? I know they're doing the Earth X shit or whatever, maybe right now. I think, but how do I describe? There's a lot of things that are implied canon, and there's also a few movies on the way. Like for example, you got that freaking the Robbins movie that's gonna be
I was just gonna bring that up.
yeah, like you got that taking place with Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, and the suggestion there is it's like they're two adopted brothers who end up on very different paths by the end. And I think that movie's gonna be like an anthology movie, kind of like how Eternals was, showing us some of the background shit that's already going on in the DCU because it's planned to be animated and
Yeah.
shit like that. And so James Gunn, what he said about that was he hopes it fits into his DCU, but he's not sure if it will be. But if it does kind of make the timelines between Jason and Dick Grayson a lot closer, right?
It
You,
would, yeah, they would
it,
technically be the same age at that
they
point.
would they would either be the same age or Dick would be at most 2 years older, where like usually he's about 4. You know,
Right.
and so I think they would do a thing where like maybe because we haven't seen that movie, all we know is it's gonna be animated and they grew up. Jason and Dick are gonna be together, but I think it's gonna retain elements from both of their backstories, right? If
100%.
if it is canon, it's gonna show us. I think it's gonna help us imply that because we've heard Brave and the Bold is the next movie, right? So is or will be the Batman
Yeah,
movie,
the
right?
Batman movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So if Brave and the Bold is the Batman movie in comics currently, is a situation where Tim Drake is Robin and Damian is also Robin at the same time, and that's just like where we're at, right? And shit like that. So if this movie would be used to tell us like the current state of the Robin order and kind of how it all went down, you know? It
I get what you're saying.
what
Yeah.
would have to happen like what would like and now this is just me theorizing, right? It would have to
Uh,
be a situation where they're both adopted by at least to some extent they're both adopted by Bruce about 1 to 2 years apart, and then they end up running away for some odd reason. You know what I mean? Like, that would be the only situation in which they're just ending up on a solo adventure pre-becoming Robins. Because this is supposed to be them, you know?
You know what I think it is, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of looking at it like this, and I'm about to steal from like a different kind of Batman media, which is funny. It's a VR game, but I'm gonna tell you about the ending to it. So at the end of the most recent Batman VR game, I think it was called Arkham.
Oh, they made another one?
A VR game, like an Arkham game.
No, you said
Yeah, and it's
you said the most recent one. So I'm like, they made another one?
well, the most recent Arkham game was a VR game.
Oh.
But it's canon to the real Arkham story. So funny enough, we find out that in that story, Dick Grayson actually grew up in a street gang. And when Batman obviously comes across Dick Grayson, he's like, hold on, you kind of, you a lot more talented than the rest of these niggas. Let me take you in, kind of thing. So at the end of the game, he becomes Robin, but he's definitely much older at this point. He's
so
like 15.
So how does
16.
the flying Graysons come into that?
His parents did die. It's just instead of Batman
immediately
him
getting
up,
him. Oh,
so you see where I'm going with it. So I'm saying, what if James Gunn is kind of not ripping, obviously, but taking from that a little bit. Instead of just Dick, it's Jason and Dick that grew up in this street gang. They learned all their parkour, their little acrobatics, their skills from the streets. But then, I'm gonna take from you now. Like you said, one of them is gonna go down the path of being good, and the other one is gonna go down the path of, being the anti-hero, which would obviously be Jason. So technically, Jason will be a fan of the Bat family, but he will not ever become a real Robin. I feel like that's what I think that's what he's gonna do with him. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
So Dick will become the Robin, and Jason will continue to be a part of the street gang, but eventually become Red Hood as he get older.
Okay. So is it kind of like? Okay, so that would be if we're going with the puppet story being the way we get these Robins, right? And, okay, so would that be kind of like combined with the Barbara Gordon story where like she started being, Batwoman story, his cousin, where she started being Batwoman on her own terms and all of that?
Technically, yeah. Jason would be a combination of her and
So he would make his own Robin costume and shit like that. Like, it would be a thing where he's jealous of the fact that, like, Dick Grayson got picked up to do that shit and not him type of thing. And it would create...
kind of like a not even a beef, but like a little thing between them. And I think it may not even create a thing, bro. They could very much just end the movie off on like, man, I think these criminals should die. And then Dick like, no, like we don't need to be killing them. Then, Dick goes to Bruce like, hey... Because think about it, like, I could see Bruce coming to the both of them like, I'm offering y'all this. Dick is like, I think we should take it. Jason's like, nah, bro, he ain't for killing. Like, we need to kill these criminals, get them off the street, and that's how they gonna get separated. So then when they get separated, so basically, the fans are gonna hate it, but James Gunn won't be doing the original Jason Todd story. He is saying since he's making this Robin's movie in general, it won't be the original story for either of them. Honestly, it won't.
Okay.
But it'll be a bit more closer to Dick. It's just I feel like he would become Robin. He would be Robin at a much older age.
Okay, so he would be Robin.
7-year-old.
So let's say he becomes Robin at. Okay.
15. Like around when Tim became Robin.
Okay, so he'll be about a 14, 15-year-old Robin, right? And then that would open up room for Jason to be like more of a... He would be affiliated, but he wouldn't be fully with the family. It's like sort of like a fan-made Robin, right? While Dick is going through what he's going through as Robin. Dick is 17, 18, says, fuck it, I'm finna go ahead and do this Nightwing shit. Because, I'm not being respected. Like, let's say he takes on Jason a little bit more seriously. Jason dies during that period, and then we get Red Hood.
Come back as Red Hood. Yeah, it
And-
literally worked just like that.
And that would just be the movie.
Yeah,
And then
or the Robins TV show.
I think that
it
would
could be that.
add a lot more. I think that would add a lot more for me to explain why Dick Grayson is such a good fighter as well. Like, he grew up on the streets a little bit. Because I think the idea that he just went from flying Graysons to immediately being, like, Bruce Wayne's, like, you know, son and shit like that, it kind of... how do I describe? It kind of doesn't... It makes him seem like a little bit more green, if that makes sense. Like, he kind of, like... This shit happened to him and he just immediately got picked up, you know? And, like, he's just, like, he just ends up becoming Robin. Like, I like the idea of him being in the street gang with Jason for a little bit first. And I think it would also make him and Jason's relationship a lot closer. Nope. Agree?
Oh, snap. Yeah, no, my bad. My mic messed up. What was that again?
I think it would, one, it would help to, like, make Dick Grayson come off a little less green when it comes to, because like I said, I was saying the idea of him going immediately from being like a flying Grayson, a fucking clown show. What the fuck? What's that shit called, bro?
What,
Parade? A parade? Damn.
What do they call them? Tumblers?
No, the actual event. Circus.
The carnival?
Circus.
The circus?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like him going from just being a circus kid to like immediately a rich kid living under Bruce Wayne because he watches the show and shit like that. I think it would be cool if like 6 months passed where he was on the streets and then Bruce Wayne comes across him, kind of like he came. And funny enough, in the Batman, like kind of like how he came across that one kid, and he'll be like, "Wait, you're the Grayson boy," face ass. And then
that might actually go too.
And then I think it would be interesting if it's on some shit where like Jason, you know, he's like, "Damn, they're used to kids disappearing off the streets all the time," but he's like, "Damn, I was really close with Dick or whatever, like where he at?" type shit. Finds out the Batman shit. Like I think that should just be the whole movie, just showing us how they became Nightwing and Red Hood and shit like that. Because funny enough, I saw an edit where like it's like Red Hood's origin story, but then it's him looking at Nightwing and being like he ended up being the perfect Robin and grew up to be this like bright thing of joy that everybody fucks with, and I'm just the second Robin, you know, middle child syndrome type shit. I think that would work out well for them. It would, and it would make them a lot closer than just like, oh, he was stealing cars, he was a circus kid. Damn, I'm jealous of him. It would be like, damn, we was like actual brothers before this Batman shit, before any of this, and you still like, you know.
Yeah, you still kind of.
But then from Nightwing perspective, he like, bro, I was already going through shit because of the fact that I was a flying Grayson and shit like that. I'm not just on the streets because you on the. I don't know. Their relationship could honestly be really interesting.
It can. I think if it's done like really good, bro, James Gunn could have a really crazy like. Because I heard that was supposed to be a TV show, so the climax of that TV show could end up being insane, and it's supposed to be an animated TV show too, like 3D animated or some shit.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It's gonna be a movie.
It's gonna be a movie? The Robins?
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be a TV show.
It's gonna be called Dynamic Duo.
Right, Dynamic Duo. Ain't it animated though? It's an animated movie though, right?
Yeah, animated movie.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, because their paths are honestly really good when you like think about it. Like,
bro, you could do a lot of cool, interesting things with them. But like I said, it's definitely gonna be one of those situations where like, man, the fans are gonna hate it because it's not exactly what they would like it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't gonna lie.
It gives.
That sounds cool though.
You know what I think it does? It gives the DCU like a rivalry to like immediately attach on to that's not just gonna be Batman and Superman.
And you know what? I wouldn't mind if when the Titans do get together, I'm pretty because he is also playing in that, and obviously it would be a much older. I'm pretty sure the Titans would consist of like Dick and whoever else is on that team.
So
I definitely think Red Hood should be like their first threat.
their first threat. Okay, I was gonna, cause I was just gonna ask you this. I was gonna ask, what do you think about like?
Do Under the Red Hood, but with Dick Grayson. I ain't gonna lie.
Really? Okay, cause I was gonna, I was thinking like, if we saving Red Hood, the Under the Red Hood thing for like, whatever for that, I was asking, cause you know the first movie is Batman the Brave and the Bold. I was like, do you think the second movie should be Batman Under the Red Hood?
Oh, that would be cool, but with Damien in the picture,
yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, how would Under the Red Hood go
with Damien's around?
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know, bro.
Would it be like
a, bro?
I think it would be an interesting mix of like, you would have Damien's like spitefulness that he's focusing on a son that crashed out a little bit more before, and then
I could also see Jason also like, hey kid, you more like me, kind of trying to take him away from Bruce in a way.
Yeah,
like, and then like Damien, me, I can see like the killer in you or whatever, trying to like sway him to go in a much worse direction, I guess.
Yeah, I think you could do a lot with Jason. I don't want him to be just cool with the family off rip when we start.
No, I definitely think there should be some type of beef, but I'm perfectly fine with like, because him and Dick have a much closer relationship. They will have a much closer relationship than him and Bruce. I think yeah, you should do Under the Red Hood, but with the Titans. I ain't gonna lie.
With the Titans?
Yeah, 100%, bro. Because it's gonna hit him harder. He gonna be like messing with his head. He gonna be like, bro, who's hacking into us? How does he know how to get into him? Like, how does he know all my weaknesses? Watch, and then when they fight, he gonna do something like, bro,
Titans,
hold on,
right?
But you gotta think, Damien. So you know what I really think, bro? I think Damien's gonna be Batman's Robin. I don't think he's gonna join the Titans.
Okay, so what do you think we're doing?
At least not like at first. He's gonna be Batman's Robin for probably a few movies, bro.
Okay, cause are we doing the thing where we're doing where we go from, you know, the OG 5 to freaking, you know.
So I get what you're saying, and I think this Titans is gonna be more Young Justice-y. Does that make sense? It's gonna be, bro, because like,
so James Gunn don't think we'll have?
Tell. Wait, have what?
You don't think we'll have a past with this roster existing at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry. It's because that's not Dick's past. That's not his past in this.
By this point, yo.
Universe. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, like, we don't have the Titans. Mm-hmm. They're not a thing. Like, because like we were saying, like, Batman's already established, right?
Yeah.
But his Robin's life is just Robin. He hasn't been the leader of the Titans. He hasn't been none of that. I think the Titans will be like a team that will get formed when Dick is already an adult, and it may have a kid Robin on it, like a younger Robin, which could end up being either Tim or Damien. But I think Damien's gonna end up being Batman's Robin, and Tim is gonna be Nightwing's Robin, if that makes sense.
Okay, cause like, what do you think about Damien's roster?
I'm fine with that. I think that's perfect. It's just they just got to find a way to which I'm sure they will, cause there's a lot of other characters we got to get out the way first before that roster can happen. And I do think, honestly, I think James Gunn is gonna give us the OG Teen Titans team. but older.
Okay,
And
so
with
you think we're gonna
other young
start
people.
off with the
Like the
older
X-Men low
Titans?
key, bro. Yeah, like you know how the X-Men got older members,
Yeah,
and
where
more
we're
the
at
more
now.
the older members, yeah, the older members are more so like the classic members. I think that's what James Gunn's gonna do. The classic members are gonna be the older ones, but then we gonna have some kids a part of that crew,
I mean,
probably.
well, we're doing the classic, because there's two versions of the older Titans. Okay.
Right, right. One has Tempest and Donna Troy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like
And
that
then the
team.
other
That's
one,
the
we're
classic.
rolling with Beast Boy, Starfire, Cyborg, and all of that. And that version comes after, for like a old.
See,
But
it's
the
so hard to.
OG roster is the Donna Troy one. That's what I'm saying. If we're not
Right,
doing the
right, right,
OG
right,
five,
right.
then we're not gonna get. Then we might as well roll with the Beast Boy, Donna Troy, Starfire, Raven, Cyborg. Like I'm fine with it because I want to see a Raven Beast Boy IRL anyways, and
See,
shit
bro,
like
it's so hard to like really pinpoint exactly where it's gonna go. Only just because it's like
they be playing with Beast Boy and Raven's ages.
they do that one, and but two, it's also just one of those things like we don't really know much of anything about any other city or what heroes are already around. So it's kind of hard to know who got sidekicks and who don't. Like we can assume Batman because all the information that's been given on him, the fact that we about to get a Robin's movie, like there's just been a bunch of information given that we can kind of assume that Batman has been around for years and has had a few Robins under his belt. But I can't say the same for Flash. I don't know if there's a Wally. I can't say the same for Wonder Woman. We don't know if there's a Donna Troy. Aquaman. We don't know if there's a Tempest. We don't know if there's a Cowder. Like you know what I'm saying? We don't really know. So it's kind of hard to like
See,
really pinpoint exactly what the team's gonna be
yeah,
based on the information we got now.
yeah. Regardless, it'll be interesting though.
I think so for sure too.
Like whoever they choose.
It'd be really cool. It's just it sucks that we don't really know more. Cause I don't even know if some of them heroes I just mentioned exist yet. You know what I'm saying? Like we do. Barry might just become the Flash now.
That's what I
Like the
think they
part
did.
like do we know the particle if the particle accelerator went off yet?
Bro.
Them questions we gotta.
That's what I'm saying. They did a really interesting thing with Superman with who they chose for the Justice Gang and what they showed in that mural because it was like it's like a situation of like they chose the right characters that you can't really connect them to too much out of the verse. Out of what we saw. Like
Right.
obviously we got lanterns on the way, but you know what at most the implication is that a Hawkman exists
Yeah.
and shit like that and
We know for sure that Mr. Terrific ain't got his team yet.
or
But
he
he
didn't
did
even
say he's
mention
gonna work on the Terrific stuff. Nah, we got a project coming of like him and his team. We just don't know if they're
it's
like established or not.
yeah so I don't know. DC's in
Like
an
already
interesting
heroes.
place.
It is. It's a very he played it smart though, bro. He left it very up in the air for people to like what we doing now, but like create buzz, spark conversation about it.
Yeah
So
so
he did a really good job with that.
yeah so we just gotta see like how to describe I don't know. We just got to see like how Peacemaker ends because that's the most latest thing we got right now. So if Peacemaker like because they've been hyping up those last few episodes is like they're gonna have a big effect on the rest of DC going forward, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, after Peacemaker, we'll see where the DC universe is at and what else gets revealed. But man, I think we can show these. They're all over social media. I'm finna throw these fucking leaks in here.
All
All right.
over Marvel.
It's Doomsday leaks time. But yeah, Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday wrapped filming. How you feel about that? People were
I think I know exactly how that movie is about to go. Like as far, I mean, we didn't talk about it so many times, bro. Like I really have a clear idea that movie is gonna end on some like
we got the full roster now of we got
very much L heavy.
We got the roster pretty solid though, didn't we?
Oh, for like the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they more so they already had kind of like revealed that though, right? Like
Yeah,
who was
but at
gonna
least
be
for
in it.
like the exact team, we're more or less close.
Oh yeah.
But they were trolling. A lot of people got trolled with the idea that they were filming with an incomplete script. What people found out this weekend is that they gave each actor broken parts of the script so that none of them could spoil it. Like they only gave them the shit they were doing.
That's smart. I think that's how them big team of movies should be.
That's why there were so many rumors of an incomplete script.
Right.
And they were assuming the Russo brothers were writing the movie as they were like filming, but in actuality, they
completed it. They just broke it up. That's smart.
Yeah, so that was pretty fire. Let me throw this other leak in this motherfucker. And this leak shows us every team and their new fits.
It do.
I sent you this earlier.
What's interesting about this?
I said GG's.
These are the characters. Yeah, you did. These are the characters that we know for sure are gonna be in the movie that they all had already told us.
We got Older Franklin.
We do got Older Franklin. That's pretty cool. I seen that. That was probably more so interesting part of the whole T-shirt. But I don't see Wolverine. I don't see a Deadpool either.
Yeah. So I think they're saving those for the movie.
Yeah, like there's obviously gonna be bigger reveals.
Because Ryan Reynolds already leaked that he was in the movie.
He did.
Let me throw that in here.
But they definitely not gonna put him on none of the merch because it's supposed to be a surprise, obviously.
Let's see, Deadpool Doomsday. Let's see, yeah. I think it looks interesting. How do you feel? What's your most interesting thing about this image for you right now? For that, like, final roster image. All of the people that could be on Sam's Avengers look pretty decent.
Yeah, they do. Let me take a better look at
His roster's pretty rounded out.
Yeah. Sam's Avengers would consist of. You know what I also don't see?
What?
Sherry. Oh no, yes I do. I'm tripping. Okay.
Yep.
So you got Sam, Ant-Man, Thor, Shang-Chi maybe. I don't think Shuri's gonna be on that team. I think her and M'Baku are gonna have like their own Wakandan thing going on.
I don't know. Is M'Baku in this movie?
Is that not him or am I tripping?
Where?
Yeah. Wait, am I tripping? Who is that? Above Namor. Who is that? Namor's all the way at the bottom. Ain't that no, I'm tripping yeah, that's Namor, ain't it?
Yeah.
Who is that?
That's Namor at the bottom. Yeah, I guess
right,
that is M'Baku above him.
Is that not, I was gonna say that looked like M'Baku. I can't think of nobody else. So that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm seeing Thor, Ant-Man, right. Bucky, Yelena. Who's that next to her? Is that Magneto? I'm assuming that's Magneto. Yeah. Okay. He got a lot of super soldiers, bro. Holy shit. This is why I need some niggas on this team to die. Okay, so Sam, Thor, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, Bucky, Yelena, Red Guardian, Ghost, and Falcon. And U.S. Agent. And Sentry. This team kind of nasty.
That team is stacked, bro.
Hold on. We need to list that team out. Hold on. They kind of stacked.
They super stacked. But you got to think, bro, they not going to be together in that movie. I don't think so.
I know, because, we're supposed to get a fight between the new Avengers and Sam's Avengers, and then that's when they combine and they're all
a fight.
Yeah.
Why? That's dumb.
Because they're fighting over the name already.
So is it like a sparring match?
I think they have a light little box. I don't know.
What? That's stupid.
That was a rumor I
Whatever.
heard. Like they're gonna box.
I don't like that. That's just pointless.
I
Bro.
know they're
like,
fighting
why?
I know they're for sure fighting the freaking X-Men.
I'm okay with that, but like, why? That's dumb. Y'all all already know each other and are all already acquainted. Why are y'all boxing, bro? For over a name? Are you serious, bro? That sound like
If they don't, don't take it.
lame.
Don't take it all the way. I don't think it will. I don't know if it will happen.
No, I'm just saying, like, if they do it, that's dumb. Like, that shouldn't happen. Like, Civil War made sense. It was a much bigger, deeper situation than just the Avengers. But y'all really finna box over a name, bro? How you got Doom? No. Hell no, that better not happen. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not rocking with that plot. But I think Avengers versus X-Men would be cool, though. Even though I'm more of an X-Men fan, I know the Avengers will probably win.
This team kind of nasty. Actually, you know what? I like that they're not doing a direct comics roster, though, if this is the team.
I'm cool. I mean, because
like,
I think all the characters are cool.
Even if Black Panther ain't on this team, hold on, let me see. Do I got Bucky?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Shuri's gonna be a part of it.
Yeah, because they already too deep. Like, look at this.
Yeah, they're super deep.
Like, who's beating most of these?
Yeah, that's a crazy team. That's an insane team.
And then you're gonna have the and this is just going off this image. The Fantastic Four.
On their own team. Yeah.
And then the X-Men we have confirmed in this movie.
Yeah, they're gonna be in their own squad.
Who is that? That's
Xavier, Magneto, Beast, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, and Gambit. Oh, and Mystique.
Cyclops. You think Gambit went back to their universe and like been hanging with them?
I don't know. I really don't think he should have been in that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm like, really what the fuck is he doing?
I don't really care for Gambit because it's entertainment.
Bro, I'm heavy on the wave that like his nigga should die. Like
100%.
So Professor X, Magneto,
I do not like
Cyclops.
That shit. That's just corny.
Mystique.
Like, that meme worked for a Deadpool movie because it was Deadpool. But, like, you bringing that shit into a serious flick, bro, I don't care.
Yeah, because, like, the whole, like...
Yeah,
and
Nightcrawler.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all might have to have Sentry sitting at the house.
Fuck no, you're tripping.
This Avengers whooping the fuck... I mean, Magneto going crazy.
Oh, you think they're gonna do Avengers versus X-Men in this movie?
They are.
They said that?
Yeah. They've been filming in the X-Men mansion, and there was that was that shit I sent you where the actor for Shang-Chi, he took a picture in the X-Men mansion.
I'm sure. Oh, then I'm sure Sentry just gonna be on some. Hey man, we all just gotta stop fighting. He gonna be on that. He ain't gonna be trying to fight that niggas for real. But
I feel like the second he tweets out, Professor X gonna get it, calm his ass down.
Yeah, Shuri and Baku and Namor are definitely their own team. 100%. Like, you gotta think, bro. They got Wakanda and the Atlanteans on their side, or the Talokan. They're gonna be their own squad.
Yeah, they'll be busy. Hold on, let me type them out. You said
Shuri and Baku and Namor.
Baku.
Plus, oh yeah, bro, Wakanda and the Talokans are in like one big army now, bro. Yeah, I'm sure they're not gonna be with the Avengers.
Unless
like we said, some of them lose and they got to retreat to Avengers. That's the only time, though.
Unless Gambit is, since he's just like a displaced variant, maybe he's like serving as a personal guard for Loki.
I can see that. I'm fine with that.
Cause their universe already has an established history where like they have an entirely different Gambit. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
can see this nigga, cause he was already on some shit in the movie. Like he said it himself. I could just exist because the fucking what's it called created me. You know, like he straight up said he didn't have a history like that. So it would be interesting if like he's like I really had no home, so I've been just kind of chilling in the TVA,
Right.
protecting Loki and shit like that.
I'll be fine with that. Yeah, because Loki need his like little
Just
time travel
dumbass
team.
nigga.
And that too. And I think Gambit, Wolverine, and Deadpool should be that time travel team.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like a little X Force, multiversal X Force.
Yeah.
And you
I
know,
100% think so.
if that nigga Toby was spotted in England,
That's true. If he would definitely be a part of that team too. I
and
could honestly do without him though.
so
I'm
was
not gonna
Chris
lie.
Evans.
Yeah, I think Chris Evans is gonna be playing an evil role though.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be like the evil Captain America that's on with Doom.
I
Doom
heard,
gonna have his own team too, bro. They just not revealing who the fuck it's gonna be.
I heard
I don't think he
Nomad.
doing this shit dolo.
I
I think he gonna have his own team.
Okay, so Nomad Captain America comic. So one name I heard Chris Evans could be in the movie is when Steve Rogers stopped being Captain America temporarily. He
Mm-hmm.
became this nigga named Nomad.
Okay.
And apparently, right, that was kind of supposed to be what he was on during the beginning of Infinity War, but he just didn't have an official name.
Okay. But what drove him to help Doom?
Well, it could be uh it could be a what's it called version. It could be a multiversal version where like either they're gonna do if they're gonna do that, right,
Mm-hmm.
then they might do NZ Captain America. You know,
Yeah.
if because it's been confirmed from set leaks plenty of times that that they've seen Captain America's like house type shit,
Uh-huh.
like him and Peggy Carter's house. So, and with Chris Evans being spotted around set, you know, there's a chance Doom could be spinning back. I've been watching a bunch of theory videos. People was like, there's chances Doom could be spinning back on the multiverse or whatever, and like going through all the shit that happened in the multiverse that fucked him over. One of those things could be Captain America dropping off the stones.
You see that?
Imagine he spins back, kills Peggy, fucks their family over, or whatever. But you see that Nomad shit I put in here?
Yeah.
That was what he was supposed to be in Infinity War, but you know he didn't have an official name, so they could always go with the fact that he was never Nomad and he was just Captain America.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
just not public or whatever. But they could also go with the Hail Hydra thing, you know.
They could. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Chris Evans is definitely in it, he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch would be a part of his team. I think obviously
Agatha?
Franklin.
I got to see
Nah,
how Agatha all along ends.
I didn't see how it ended, but well, I ain't gonna say no spoilers, but yeah, I was
Bro,
told about how it ended.
I
I ain't
know
gonna say
Wiccan. I know bro becomes Wiccan or whatever. And
that.
then they go off to
And
find Speed.
I was gonna say that, and they kind of hints at like Wanda returning. So I definitely think Doom is gonna be the reason why she returns. Like that whole theory of Doom uses Franklin to find Wanda. I think that's super true. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, and then he gathers all these things and then pulls up on Loki. Like
Yeah,
imagine he kind of uses Franklin as like a metal detector for all the most powerful things in the multiverse.
I think that's exactly what he's about to use that little nigga for. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Also, I want to see
I
this
think that's
panel
exactly what it
recreated.
was.
Like I want a bomb to go off and niggas are like, "Cap, are you okay?" They turn around and
He's stupid.
this nigga looking up, he got this Cap.
And yeah, it's not the Cap they think it is.
Then
Oh
saying,
no, you're working with him. He beat the shit out of everybody. I'll be cool with that. I ain't gonna lie.
then
That'd be
Steve is
funny as
like, it's a shame, Sam. I kind of regret giving you this shield. Boom! Start busting with that nigga.
That's
Nah,
insane to say. That would be so crazy to
that
say.
shit would go active.
It would get active, but that's just such a crazy
Oh,
thing
that
to
would be
say.
fire. Oh, niggas like, I'm
Yeah,
from a
nah.
completely different universe. My piggy's dead. Yo.
If you lose Peggy, I can definitely see that turning into exactly what you're talking about right now. For
And
sure.
it's kind of like how I was talking about last week, where like we was saying like this nigga Franklin could, or like this nigga Doom is using all of this shit to then pull up on Loki to become God Emperor Doom. It's like the reason he has a reason to go and fuck with the X-Men universe is he needs Phoenix Force. He needs to
Right.
go and get the Darkhold. OD on some magic shit because Loki is on some extra magic shit right now. He got
Right.
Franklin, who's basically like a battery metal detector for all of this super spatial shit.
All the fuck shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, what else would he need? I think Max, if he's stopping by our main Earth and shit like that. Like I said, the main reason he would
I think he's
visit,
coming from Wanda. I ain't gonna lie.
I would say, I would say Wanda, Shang-Chi's rings, and Sentry.
Yes. You wanna know something crazy though? I feel like Sentry will be one of them things that I'm not gonna lie. I think this would be really cool, but Franklin can't sense Sentry because he's Bob. So I think it'd be really cool if he went under the radar.
Yeah. I don't think Franklin will be like evil. I think Franklin will just be captured.
Yeah, no, he'll be captured and he'll just be kind of like working with Doom. But I definitely think one of those things is like, or maybe Franklin can. It's gonna be one of them things like Franklin's gonna be like, okay, I sense something weird, but he's not gonna be able to pinpoint it. And I think that weird that he is sensing is gonna be Sentry.
Yeah. I
But
think
because he can't
Sentry's gonna
pinpoint
get.
it because he's Bob.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come from like Doom pulling up and like just bussing with the new Avengers, and
And then
then
he, you know how like he get mad and then he like start having flashes and stuff.
yeah,
Bob.
and then Franklin's gonna point at that nigga, and then Sentry's gonna like tackle Doom hard as fuck
Probably, yeah.
before
Yeah,
Doom
like he
puts
gonna
down.
catch him.
I think Doom's gonna disable Sentry and take Shang-Chi's rings and get the fuck out of there.
I think he's gonna knock him out for sure. Yeah. He's
He
definitely gonna knock him out.
he's yeah. Does Wakanda have anything that Doom would need to go over there and fuck with them for?
Other than vibranium, I can't think of nothing right now. Yeah, like other than vibranium, I can't really think of anything. I ain't gonna lie.
So I'm like, why would Wakanda interfere? Like, what's the role that Black Panther fucking?
Well,
Cause, and I'm look also one thing I noticed about this image, which I think is pretty dope for us, is that notice Reed Richards is the closest nigga to Doom. But
yeah,
that's fire. I like that. It's essentially telling us it's these two niggas. This shit gonna get
yeah.
active about these two niggas.
But see, I'm looking at it like this, bro. Niggas gonna always find a reason or a way to make their way to Wakanda purely just because, bro, they're the place that has everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they got all the special stuff. They got the craziest technology in the world. They got the biggest brains in the world. That's where everything going on. You know what I'm saying? It's Wakanda. So I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled up there purely just because they just got a lot more resources than the regular country, whatever you want to call it, do. Like he's pulling up purely just for the fact of like y'all a strong ass nation. I want to take it over. It's Doom, bro. Like he do shit just because, but yeah, really just because he just do shit just because he don't really like some. I feel like it'd be cool to see him just pull up on somebody. Like let's say he become this god emperor or whatever, or he got some new powers and he like I want to test these out. He go to Wakanda.
Like
I think that'd be really cool.
okay. So it would be like a situation where like he pulls up to this Earth in the first place he so happens to land at is fucking Wakanda.
I you remember I was telling you this. Yeah, I think they're gonna get taken out first.
Wakanda,
I definitely think they're gonna take it out first,
and then
and that will force Shuri and them to warn the rest of them like he's coming.
and then he pulls up on Shang-Chi. He's like, "Yo, I need them rings, my boy." And it's gonna be all, and it's gonna. I feel like this will be a situation when he pulls up. It's gonna be after they've already agreed, like we're all the Avengers, type of vibe.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So you gotta think like, okay, throughout the whole movie, right? He's like, I legit think the last two people he going against is the Avengers and Loki. I think it's literally gonna go the Avengers then Loki, Team Loki. Because after he get the Avengers, he gonna go straight to Loki. But the Avengers is gonna be the last, like the second to last team to get like knocked out or go. But before them, he gonna get the X-Men, and before them, he gonna do Wakanda and Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Because you gotta think, remember how early we heard Shang-Chi being done? He's definitely beginning the movie, bro. I think him, Shuri, and Baku, and Namor are all in the beginning of the movie.
Damn.
The middle of the movie is gonna consist mostly of him going against the X-Men. And obviously we gonna be getting little insights on what the Fantastic Four is gonna be doing, trying to follow him and stuff.
Hold on one second. One second, dog. My fault. Keep talking about
it. Oh yeah. So I definitely think or they could do it like this, like the Fantastic Four runs into the the Avengers first and is on some like, all right, we gotta all work together to try to find out what Doom doing. And then I think it'd be really cool if they were kind of like watching Doom kind of do all of this. Like they peeking into a different universe, they seeing he fighting the X-Men. Or no, he disappears. They like, where did he go? Boom. He just cooked the X-Men. Boom. He just came back. He cooked Wakanda. He cooked Shang-Chi. Like, I think it'd be really cool if they kind of seen what Doom was doing as far as like just whooping people, kind of like in real time. They're just watching it all go down. But because he's so good and he's so ahead of them, they're almost trying to track like, where is he gonna go next? What is gonna be his next move? What is he gonna do? I think that'd be really cool to see. Because honestly, yeah, I don't know where the Fantastic Four would kind of fall in this whole like situation. Like I said, I got a clear idea that M'Baku, I think Wakanda, or there's so many ways they could do
Well,
it.
here's my idea, right? Okay. So,
Yeah.
All right, my fault, bro. My mama called me. Y'all know how it is being a nigga. All right, but
that's crazy.
I'm dead ass, bro. You know they be like, mama, like, bro. But what's it called? I think because okay, so this is going in the leaks. Letting y'all know again. We've already been doing that, but I saw a leak earlier this year, and it's a set photo of Red Guardian, the Thing.
Yeah.
It's Red Guardian in the Thing. Hold on, let me just go look at this shit. Hold on.
Oh, so that confirms that they gonna be with them.
Yeah, and it looked like Black Panther too.
Right. I was saying last time, I think Shuri's gonna be the one to escape. I think Namor is gone.
Okay.
Or at least gets really badly hurt.
So this shit right here.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Okay, so that's Falcon. That's the Thing. That's U.S. Agent. Right? And then if you notice that shoe right there, look all the way at the corner.
Yeah, I see it.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's a Black
That's
Panther
yeah,
shoe.
that is.
So what I think is gonna be happening is like the Fantastic Four is going on this kind of goose chase sort of thing, right? Where like
Yeah,
he takes Franklin, like it's gonna be exactly like Infinity War, where like at the
yeah.
end of it they got the notif about about Thanos or whatever, but this time he's taking Franklin. They're chasing after him. They get into their multiversal explorer ship or whatever. They're following after him. He pulls up to our main Earth, fucks with Wakanda, then immediately pulls up, fucks with the new Avengers, however they formed at this point, right? And I think honestly, the way Thor pulls up is gonna be on some shit where like Thor is like, how do I describe? It's just like Visions type of vibe, you know? Because right now he's running around in space with Gore's daughter, you know?
So you know what's interesting though. See, okay, I was thinking where would the X-Men fit in this then?
So that's why I was saying like Franklin is working like a metal detector for like things throughout the multiverse.
Because I
Where
could see it being on some like, okay, like you said, they're all the Fantastic Four leave to follow him. But what if the Fantastic Four go to the wrong Earth? Well,
mm,
meanwhile, Doom is on X-Men Earth.
oh, you know what? Funny enough, okay, we got another leak for that too. We're actually piecing the movie together because fucking the actor for Nightcrawler, he did an interview and he said I was fighting Mr. Fantastic and it was crazy. I was filming all these scenes. Whoop de whoop.
For real?
Yeah, hold on. You actually just hold on.
So okay, maybe I got it mixed up then. What if the Fantastic Four go to the X-Men universe?
Yeah, and they end up boxing with
The X-Men. But because thinking Doom went there, but he in actuality he went to the main one.
he. Wait, say that again.
Okay, I'm saying like, because you know how the Fantastic Four is chasing after him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying Doom lands on the our Earth,
Yeah.
but while the Fantastic Four is trying to follow them, they make a mistake and actually end up going to the X-Men universe.
Okay. And then they end up fighting Fantastic Four versus X-Men.
Yeah, that would line up with what you just said. Like what dude mentioned that in the interview. That would actually line up. Like they meet the Fantastic Four first, the X-Men meet the Fantastic Four first, and they end up boxing. Then they like, wait, we just here to look for our kid. Doom is coming. They like, who's Doom? Who's Doom? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously that's when Xavier and Magneto going to interrupt it and be like, look, if there is a greater evil, let's hear him out. Fantastic Four going to explain what's going on. Then they going to use they tech. They going to be like, okay, nah, we got to track Doom. And
And
I
then
think it'd be
so
really cool. Nah, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say so like do you think we would get cause like we just typed out how stacked that Avengers team is, right? With
Yeah.
everyone they got. So with the amount of X-Men we get plus the amount of Fantastic Four, that would kind of equal out those teams. So you think we would get a Avengers versus X-Men plus Fantastic Four?
Avengers versus X-Men plus Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
I see that's what makes it so weird, bro. I don't know how that versus is gonna go. Like not gonna go, but like how are they gonna build up to that versus? Like how like as we're talking about it right now, trying to theorize, like
Well,
how will they meet up to do the verses?
I think a lot of it comes from like people just being confused on who's kind of like how they pulled up, how like when the Guardians pulled up on Iron Man and them and shit initially. Like a lot of it comes from we're looking for this person. I need this, and you're not saying enough. Like Mr. Fantastic, Susan, Johnny, and the Thing. That's Franklin. They crashing out behind that nigga. So
Right.
the fact that Nightcrawler says he fights Mr. Fantastic tells me like they're usually Reed Richards is usually a calm motherfucker. So that tells me
Yeah.
they coming on some where's our kid? Give him to us. We boxing everybody in our way.
Right. See, but I'm thinking about it like, okay, I'm thinking, okay, I think I'm taking a bit from Infinity War, but you know how kind of at the it was mostly just like an Iron Man and Squad movie up until they got beat, and they like, what did he do? Where did he go? Like, where did he go? Type of thing.
Yeah.
And they like, I don't know. I think that's how this movie is gonna go. But then Sam, so let's say the Fantastic Four meet the X-Men, they on the Fox universe, right? The Fox Earth.
Yeah.
Then you got Doom on the MCU Earth. I'm
Fucking them
saying
up.
what? Yup. And
Man, that would
then
be crazy.
and then I'm saying at the end of the fight, there's only a few heroes left. It's like Sam plus whoever else you want to say who was left. He's like, Doom disappears. They like, where did he go? Boom. He appear on the Fox universe. Whoop all them.
Doom is definitely killing Red Guardian.
Oh, 100%.
He
That's
would
what I'm
get
saying.
so
Like
annoyed.
the same way, kind of like how the main focus was the Iron Man team in Infinity War, and then the second half of the movie kind of ended up being like the Cap team. I think they're gonna do the same thing with this one. I think the Sam and the rest of the Avengers and whoever else is on like the MCU Earth will be the main focus up until they lose to Doom. He disappears. They like, oh my god, where did he go? We gotta follow him. Come to find out, he on the Fox universe Earth, about to get ready to take the Phoenix Force. But see, they not gonna figure that out in time. So he gonna already have that.
He's jumping.
He gonna be one step ahead of them.
So essentially, what he's doing is jumping back and forth and shit like that.
But I don't think he's gonna jump back and forth. I think the order is literally gonna go like after he leave the MCU Earth, bro.
So
that's
Doom's
it. He's not gonna go back yet.
Okay, so what's Doom's path, right? Let's type it out, cause hold on, I need this to make a little more sense to me. Okay.
I think he's gonna go to the M. Okay, let's start from the beginning.
F4 Earth, right?
He's at the F4 Earth.
Right.
He escapes to the MCU Earth.
Okay.
But are we including what the F4 is doing or just doing?
Okay. I can do the F4 Earth for after. Okay. He's going the the Fantastic Four path after. So
okay.
He's going to the MCU Earth. Okay.
Yeah. Then after the MCU Earth, like I was just explaining, it's gonna be similar. This is why I also said, bro, I could see this movie being told and shown through more so his perspective. Cause think about it, bro. We were seeing it through not necessarily you could kind of say we were seeing it through Thanos' perspective Infinity War, but I could see it being kind of like how Team Iron Man was like the first half of the movie while Team Cap was the second half. And I think that will kind of be what this movie will be. Team Sam and the rest of the Avengers on the MCU Earth will be the first half of the movie. He's going to fight and box all of them for whatever kind of goal he trying to get through. Not saying necessarily the order he gonna beat the teams in, just I know that's where he's going first, right?
Okay.
And then after he leave them, like I said, they're gonna lose. They're gonna be like, where did he go? They're gonna be trying to track him. Because you gotta think at this point, the Fantastic Four, let's say they did go to the Fox universe. He's already one step ahead of the Fantastic Four, and now he's already one step ahead of the Avengers because they don't even know where he went. So while the Fantastic Four are trying to figure out, while the Fantastic Four and the X-Men are trying to figure out where Doom is at, like, okay, he got to be on a different Earth. Boom. But guess what? By the time they finally figure it out, Doom already there on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like he gonna be constantly one step ahead of everybody. But I think after that Fox universe, then he goes to Loki. In that order. So MCU, Fox, Loki.
Okay.
TVA. MCU, Fox, TVA. I think that's how it will go.
Okay. Fantastic Four path. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the Fantastic Four path. Okay. They're gonna go from their initial Earth, right? Because they didn't go nowhere, right?
Yeah.
So then they're gonna go to the Foxverse. 1005. And then after that, they're gonna go to the main MCU Earth.
Yep.
199.
But see, at that point, Doom either already gonna be on his way to the Fox universe or already gonna be on his way to the Loki universe.
Yeah. And
I legit think this movie is gonna be, the entirety of it is gonna be the Fantastic Four literally chasing him all the way up until the end of the movie when they finally come in contact with him. Like the big fight at the end will be the Fantastic Four versus him.
I don't think just the Fantastic Four, but hold on.
No, definitely not. I'm just saying like their path. That's what I'm like. If we talk about their path, I think that's how it's gonna go.
World. And
because by that point they're gonna be the leaders. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. So this is what I got typed out, right? So they both. Doom is gonna act, and then they're gonna go to Earth, the main MCU Earth, right? And then that, because I'm going based off this image too, where we have the regular Falcon and the Thing in the same room along with U.S. Agent,
right,
and possibly Black Panther. And then one adjustment I want to make to Doom's path, right, is the Fantastic Four Earth / Okay, he's gonna go to the MCU Earth, U.S. and Wakanda. Okay, so he's gonna stop by the Fantastic Four Earth, take Franklin, then go to the MCU Earth.
I don't know what he gonna. Like I said, I don't know what he gonna do there.
He's gonna.
Or what order he gonna do it in, but I definitely know he's taking down Wakanda. For sure.
And then based off of the Nightcrawler actor saying he has a one-on-one with Mr. Fantastic, I think that tells us the Fantastic Four meet the X-Men first.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And then, in Secret Wars, for us to get to Secret Wars, right, they essentially take all of the survivors into that one ship that Reed Richards has.
Right.
Which is the Traveler.
Okay.
Hold on. What's their multiversal ship called?
I don't know. It's not called the Traveler?
Reed Richards.
Because you know what I'm thinking? I don't think that's what I'm saying. Like the Fantastic Four, that team isn't gonna actually bump with Doom until Battle World.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's called the Raft. Okay. So, the Marvel Comics Raft.
Well, technically, they're gonna lose twice because they're gonna lose in the beginning of the movie and they're probably gonna lose at the end. But they're gonna get Franklin back. They just still gonna lose.
Okay. So, for them to make it to Battle World, right? All of the main heroes that end up surviving from the main universe,
from the MCU Earth, right?
From the MCU Earth, and this is what I'm showing you in the comics. They were on this ship called the Life Raft, right? That's what I think we're seeing in that leaked image right there, where we got Falcon and the Thing and U.S. Agent and possibly Black Panther on the same ship. Right.
Okay.
Right. I think but I think there's a bunch of people on this ship, not just them. Okay.
Right.
And so I think, and let me just edit that message. The Life Raft. Because I do take it back that I think fights. That I think the Avengers are gonna fight the X-Men.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It just don't really fit with what the information we got right now is. Like, how do you really fit that?
So, I think you would then take MCU Earth 199, and then you would take them all. They would honestly, after the Fantastic Four pulls up on them and they're figuring out where to go.
Yeah.
They just end up on the Life Raft. like whoever is the survivors of that battle. And then I think that's where like we then end up with Battle World after whatever Doom does with his in the Loki TVA.
Okay.
And then let me add Doom going to Battle World. World King. So Doom is essentially mixing these niggas, bouncing back and forth. Well,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's how he gonna stay one step ahead of everybody.
And while the Fantastic Four pulls up with the X-Men and shit like that. And let me just add the X-Men path. X-Men path. We're going to have a lot of teams at play.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, so put it like this. He's essentially going to beat the Avengers and the Fantastic Four once before they fight him again.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's gonna beat them in they respective solo, like, you know, teams first, separated. Then they're gonna get together, meet him again on Battle World. So you got to think about it, bro. After they first encounters, they're not gonna run into him again until Battle World.
Yeah.
But the X-Men, they don't survive that. They completely just get wiped out. They don't make it to Battle World, except maybe if Gambit is with them. He probably makes it, but other than that, yeah, because he's a TVA dude. But other than that, yeah, nobody else makes it to Battle World.
Okay, so I think this is what it looks like. The Doom is going from Fantastic Four's Earth, from his main Earth, to the MCU where he visits the US and Wakanda, fucks with them. Then he goes to the Foxverse and shit like that, where he takes the Phoenix Force, whatever he needs, his last piece, pulls up on Loki and the TVA, battles him and whoever's with him, whether that be Wolverine and Deadpool, Gambit, or whatever. Then he pulls up on Battle World, where he's at the end of the movie, post-credit scene, he's the Battle World King, kills Thanos, whatever, and sits on his throne. That's how that will end. I think it'll be a reflection of him sitting on his throne, how Thanos sat on his throne, right? But then he's going to kill Thanos. And the Fantastic Four, they're on a rat chase because they need Franklin back. They're going through multiple Earths. They have 2 possible Earths they can go to. They choose the Foxverse first. Pulls up on them, fights them for a little bit. They're like, nah, we all need to go somewhere because he could be heading to y'all next. And then shit like that. Then they dip. They go to MCU Earth 199, whoever decides to go with the Fantastic Four and shit like that. They're like, Doom already pulled up on us. They're like, we're kind of fucked up. They hop in the light.
So yeah. Before you continue, I was gonna say I don't think anyone from the Fox universe is gonna leave with the Fantastic Four. I think Charles Xavier and Magneto gonna be like, I think we should stay here just in case he do come.
Yeah, and then that's how we're gonna get a lot of them smoked.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that entire team is surviving. Other than like Gambit, if he is there, I ain't gonna lie.
I think Gambit's with Loki, bro. Let's just roll with that.
Okay, all right. If he's with him, then yeah.
I think they might want to keep Cyclops. I think Cyclops and Beast.
You think they making this Battle World? I think.
Also, one of the niggas did leak that Halle Berry was in it. As Storm.
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely dying. Doom's gonna get her out of there.
Yeah, but I do think what's it called makes it. I think Cyclops. Let's say 2 niggas at least make it from.
Okay, Cyclops and Beast.
Cyclops and Beast make it.
They make it to Battle World. Oh.
And then the Fantastic Four go to MCU's Earth. They all talk and figure out what's going on. They realize Doom's already been here. They're like, where could Doom possibly go next? And shit like that. And then
they take time to build the life raft. While also figuring out that he's going to Battle World.
Yeah, or that Battle World, or that battle that is a possibility. You know, like they don't know how to get to the TVA. I think that's
yeah. They're not gonna really know how to do it.
Yeah, and I think they should be building the life raft just to make it to the TVA at first, but then it's gonna be like an emergency thing where like whatever heroes are.
We gotta go to Battle.
Yeah, like whatever heroes are around at this last moment, whatever team, Young Avengers, whoever because like they said, we got a lot more actors that are gonna be in this movie, you know,
Right.
And I sent you that leak the other day that the Young Avengers might be in this as with Kate Bishop leading.
Right.
And so I think with that we could be leading to a situation where like whatever heroes are around, everybody runs into the life raft, and then boom, battle world post credit scenes. Like I think we're gonna be ending with everybody's perspectives as they arrive on battle world.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
like I said, I think the Fantastic Four along with Cyclops and Beast and the Avengers are all gonna be sharing the life raft together.
100%.
And the X-Men are just gonna get fucked over in their last stand, and then they're gonna end up, and then
Yeah.
and then whoever makes it from there, they go to the Foxverse while Doom is pulling up over there and shit like that. Doom's gonna be going crazy. Like I think they're gonna break it up like how Infinity War was, where we're just bouncing between, we're following Doom's path.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this movie is going to be more so told in Doom's perspective than everybody else's.
Yeah,
Because I feel like with Thanos, we were kind of seeing like between Cap and Iron Man, but more so Iron Man and Doctor Strange. But I definitely think this time around it's going to be the reverse. We're going to be seeing it from the villain's perspective a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Just because there's a lot more characters and just like worlds we're dealing with. It's not just between Earth and space. This is between like 3 different Earths.
Yeah,
A
like
time traveling association, a whole different 2 different space where like it's so much. It's so many different
they're gonna do a
places
lot to let
that's
us
gonna
know
take
that
place.
Doom is like,
Him, yeah,
like, yeah. Because already, like we said, we've mentioned that I think it's gonna end with like, how do I describe? We're thinking it's gonna end with freaking the Earth coming down, and then everybody's looking up like, what the fuck, and shit
that's
like
when we
that.
see Spider-Man's perspective.
Yeah, and then I think he's just gonna be swinging across the city to wherever the Avengers are at, and shit like that.
Yeah,
And then we're gonna get how he makes it onto Battle World.
yeah, yep.
Because Brand New
I can
Day
see
comes
that.
out before Doomsday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. I can honestly see, like, essentially Brand New Day ends with the world colliding in. We're spending all of Doomsday wondering where the fuck is Spider-Man and shit like that. And
but
then
see now, yeah, I was gonna say, but Peter can't be aware of it in his movie. Like
yeah,
he doesn't.
exactly.
Okay.
I want
Yeah.
all of this shit to be like going on, cuz it's going to be one of those things where Doom visiting Wakanda wouldn't immediately affect what Spider-Man got going on.
No.
Like, and even with the Sentry fight, it was like so composed to like the tower and what was going on right next to that tower that like Spider-Man didn't have to. I think it will work a lot like that, where like due to what's going on during Brand New Day, the proximity, like they're just missing each other type of thing, you know? And
I can see that.
and then it'll be a thing where like, I don't know, I think it'll be cool if Peter looks up kind of like how he did at the end of Far From Home, and he's like, I should have picked up Sam's call. He's gonna see like 30 missed calls from Captain America or some shit. And,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna like start swinging in that direction. And I think like at the end of Doomsday, it would be cool if like the post credit scene, right at the end, we get him pulling up and being like, guys, what the fuck's been happening? You know what I
Right.
mean? And then that's when because Brand New Day is still filming, and it was filming while Doomsday was going on.
Yeah, it was.
And they're
It was
known to
cool.
film stuff out of order, so the chances are Tom Holland already filmed his one scene for Doomsday.
That's true.
And I
Yeah, he
think,
probably did already.
and he's not gonna be a main player in Doomsday, so I think he'll have like one scene max. He's not in Doomsday. He's not on none of the merch. Of course, they're hiding people, but I think Tom Holland's just gonna get yo, I need to get on this raft. What the hell is happening? And they're like,
Right.
come on, you know. That
I
would
can see
be
that. Yeah.
that would be a pretty solid ending to
That'd be
Doomsday.
hard. Yeah, yeah.
And then, because they're not going to make it to the TVA.
No, nobody makes it to TVA.
Yeah.
TVA is gonna have their own fight with him and try to stand him. Nobody makes it there. Everybody skips over that part and goes straight to Battle World.
Yeah. Like, that's why I think it makes sense for, like, Deadpool, fucking Gambit, whoever's there when Doom pulls up on Loki is, like, whoever's there. Like, whether it's Gambit, Deadpool, Wolverine, whoever the fuck else is with them, they'll be kind of like the last, like, stand. They'll know he's on the way. Like, I honestly think this will be the team that's like, yo, we see this, because, you know, Loki's already watching the multiverse, right? So he's gonna be like, yo, this ain't right. Like, someone's jumping around on some Kang shit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do think it's possible that he pulls up on Kang, kills all those Kangs, and then takes his fucking time chair.
That's possible. That's definitely
Takes that
possible.
little chair that Kang travels around with. That's kind of
I ain't gonna lie though. I think he should do that after he becomes king. Now,
Really?
like that should low key be the opening to Secret Wars. Like
Okay.
he beats King. I ain't gonna lie. I think so. Yeah, I would be. I'd much rather want that to be like, cause bro, this movie already got so much in it.
Yeah.
I feel like adding King would be like a lot, but
Doom gets busy.
he do. But
And one thing
bro, it's a
too,
lot going on.
I'm wondering, like, huh. Also, don't forget what's the cause on Earth.
Cool.
Fucking Star-Lord.
Yes, he is. So he gonna be on that team.
Yeah, he'll be around. I think he'll be opposed to joining any teams, but he'll be around.
No, I mean like, but when they finally make the choice to teleport to Battle World, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're only gonna teleport to Battle World when the Earth starts to literally start crumbling,
Merge.
like in
Yeah.
real time. Like
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be panicking trying to get to Doom like on a timer.
100%.
Like they're like, what is his next path? They're gonna be trying to figure it out, and I think they're gonna have to get there whatever makeshift fucking battle world that life raft.
Bro, you know how intense that's about to be? Cause like we're gonna be seeing them freaking out. And then it's gonna be literally cutting back and forth between them freaking out and Doom like ripping people's throats out.
And
Like
just
you know
getting
how
more
wild
powerful.
that is? Just murdering people left and right, bro. And
Yeah.
getting stronger and stronger. Like that intensity of just that's gonna hit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm mostly excited for that. I'm ready to see all of them freaking out while he's just doing him. And they can't do nothing. Cause he's smarter, he's better. They just can't do nothing about it. That would be so raw. I ain't gonna lie. That would be very raw.
Yeah. Like I think and that's what I'm thinking, the opening scene or the post credit scene should either be this or it should be the opening scene for Secret Wars.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I think Kang, like him beating a previous villain should be like either the very end of Doomsday or the very beginning of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Because he could do both, but I think you can't do both in the same movie. I think you got to do one or the other.
Because I think they're gonna try to do, because you know how we went from Infinity War to Endgame, right? Little two-parter.
Yeah.
I think we'll do a thing where like everybody's rushing onto the life raft shift, and like we're seeing the ship damn near like look like it's breaking apart and shit like that. But obviously we're knowing they're gonna make it the battle world, and then I think it should be like a thing where like the screen goes black with, you know, and we know everybody that's on that ship and shit like that, and then like the post credit scene after that, it's like we're feeling real dark. We're thinking damn near every hero's dead and shit like that. And then we just see Doom walking in an empty, like sandy area, like with his white cloak. And obviously this is gonna be right after he fucks over Loki, right?
Yeah,
and
right
shit
after.
Like, and the post credit scene is him walking in this sandy area and shit like that, and we see Thanos. and then Thanos is talking however he's talking to him, and then he just rips him in half and shit
Yeah.
like that, and walks and then sits on his throne in the movie like that. And then
If Doomsday ends like that, I'll be super cool with that. I'll be fine with that.
like
I definitely
imagine
think,
he's walking through
yeah,
his kingdom, and we're seeing this shit. Like we're seeing Susan Storm acting weird. We're seeing Doctor Strange in a new fit. They're not saying a damn word, and then he sits on his throne just like how Loki did, but it's a real wooden throne, you know?
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Like
That'd be crazy as hell.
these Secret Wars panels are fucking crazy. Like look at this shit. This
Yeah, that
nigga
shit
just
is
sitting
wild.
here. And then, yeah, at the end of that, like, obviously we know the heroes are on their way, but I do think, like, Secret Wars should open up with the heroes arriving to Battle World.
Yeah.
And seeing, like, Thanos' like, carcass, like, just laid out.
They're like, oh man, hopefully he's here. And then they see a dead Thanos. I think that's a clear sign right there. And they go point out the skeleton. That'd be crazy as hell, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That'd be wild.
Yeah, no, Secret Wars is gonna be crazy.
Secret Wars gonna be crazy as hell. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he do take out both of the previous villains, I definitely think you should put one at the end of Doomsday and then one at the beginning of the Secret Wars.
Although I'm
I could
fine
definitely
if we
see it
don't even.
going that way though.
I'm fine if we
Or
don't
if you
even
don't mess
mention
with Kang.
Kang. If
Yeah,
like
I'm fine with that too.
if
It
the
works either
assumption
way.
is like right, whatever happened to him at the end of Loki, it just like destroyed the rest of the Kang dynasty.
I'd be cool with that because honestly, it's definitely one of them things. Like I said, where would you fit it in the middle of both of those movies? You kind of can't. There's gonna be so much going on already. So if he just takes a random like side quest to Kang real quick, it'd just be very weird. Like it'd be cool for his character, obviously, but like it'd just be very out of place and weird for like the story and the flow of how the plot just going.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying like you can't like something like that, visiting a whole bunch of like Kangs and stuff just for the hell of it, just for the chair, another power up, I guess. That got to be like something at the start of Secret Wars just to really showcase his abilities. Open up the movie of him taking out all the Kangs on some like Madara versus the nations. That I think that'd be hard. Like showcasing his new God Emperor power. Like, yeah, he did just one shot Thanos, but then we finna see him one shot all these different versions of Kang
I think
as well.
so. You don't think it would work at all at the? I think if you save what if you save Thanos for the beginning of Secret Wars as like the
Okay.
little
Like it
opening?
opens up like that.
Yeah, and
I don't know, that just feels more like an ending. I think it's because that's how it happened, like canonically as an ending. So I think in my head I'm thinking about it like that. But I think it works either. That's why I said like either way, I wouldn't really mind.
because I could see the only reason.
I don't think either one of those situations could be in the middle of a movie. Nah. Those are beginning and ending situations.
Because if they do try to wrap up the
hype.
Kang storyline, like
Yeah.
if they do wrap it up, I would like it to be a situation where like he gets the wrath after he gets Franklin, he stops by there real quick, gets his little shit so he can like keep moving.
Or maybe he go there before visiting Battle World, like after the TVA. Because when he goes to the TVA, essentially he would have to find out about that Kang variant, right? That used to be there. Holding like what's his name?
I forgot.
Who Loki met?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Let's
the
say if
lame
you run
nigga.
into him, find out about the more Kangs, go there right after the TVA.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to find somewhere to like fit it where it makes sense. Like, why is like he just can't be pulling up on Kang because he doesn't know, you know? Like, it'd just be weird. So like, we have to give more reason as to how he would even know. But if he goes to the TVA first, learns everything that goes on there, and then he's like, Kang, go there, boom, take them out, take the chair. He take the chair, make his way to Battle World. Then that's when he smoked Thanos. I'll be cool with that. I'll be cool with that.
Yeah. But you know, he has to create Battle World.
True.
Like
I
battle.
mean, either way, that would still happen after the TVA / Kang.
Yeah. In fact, I'm cool with them not even revisiting Kang.
I'm perfectly fine with it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just kind of weird to fit him. But I definitely think that Thanos scene is happening. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. That scene is definitely happening. It's
And
been
then
hyped up way too much.
in between that, you know, we're getting fucking across outside the Spider Verse and shit like that.
Beyond the Spider-Verse?
Beyond the Spider Verse.
Yeah, I definitely think that movie is gonna end when
It has
with
to, bro. They've
with
already
Miles going to live action. I definitely think that's what's gonna
I
happen.
think Miles is gonna be in. What's the best way to take this movie up a notch, is by making this battle world have like Miles Morales.
Yeah, but then it gets weird because this is also supposed to be the same movie where Peter gets the symbiote.
Yeah, but also you gotta think about this is how kind of how we got Miles Morales in the first place, was from multiverses colliding.
True, but since Miles already got his crazy multiversal time traveling stuff going on, they could write a whole separate story on how he gets in there later on. He don't really got to be a
I
part of this saga.
I know, bro. I know. I don't want him like a part of
It's
it,
I
but I
I feel
want
like
it to
that's kind of too much. I ain't gonna
it.
lie.
I don't want him a part of it, but I want it on some like, if they're
Oh,
matching it to,
because of the events of what happened at Secret Wars, he gets there. I don't think he should be in the Secret Wars, but
yeah,
if
kind of like
if
how
he
it
ends
was in
up
the
in the
comics,
MCU
because
because of Secret Wars, I'm cool with that.
the idea for the MCU, bro, at the end of the day, is like at the end of
A
Secret
reset.
Wars, yeah, we're gonna get a reset
Right,
where every Earth, every hero, every
right,
team, right?
right.
So with that, you know, even in the comics, they did a thing where Miles like he just essentially adapts to that, and his world is adapted to that. It has the people he knew, you know, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. And I think that's sort of similar where like that's why like they went with the idea of the Fantastic Four not being on our main Earth either, so that it's not just a Miles coming over. Like,
right. It's different. It's different Earths combining together. I mean, same thing with Beast. I
and that's
still
why
think
the
he needs
X-Men is gonna get a huge reset too. Like
yeah,
everybody's just gonna be this reimagined puzzle piece at
yeah,
the end. So
yeah,
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 like the events of Secret Wars will lead the I think the events of Secret Wars plus like whatever happens because of what the Spot does at the end
they're
of
gonna coincide.
they're going to coincide,
And
because what Miles is doing is trying to break the actual multiversal canon for Spider people, right?
right,
So I think part of that will be like him and Peter, our Tom Holland, and whoever they choose to be our live action Miles, they will be
yeah,
these very specific Spider. Because, you know, with the whole Madam Web situation and shit too, and
yeah,
they'll be these very specific Spider people that are unique enough to break the canon
right.
and shit like that. And then that's how we're not going to be focusing on, you know, this needs to happen in a spider person's life, but they're just going to be spider niggas doing spider things like on the regular. Like no more multiversal Spider-Man shit and all of that.
Yeah. What's interesting about that though is this is gonna be a much older Miles too.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like 17, 18 by the time he gets to MCU.
Yeah, and Peter's going to be like
Like 25.
25. I think that would be dope though.
That's what no, that's 100%.
Cuz Battle
That's cool
World,
as
they're
hell.
on there for some years.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no, that would be crazy. But what's it called? Low key, I do got somewhere to dip to, so I kind of got to
Right.
cut the podcast early today, bro. But
No, that's fine. Where we at? Are we nearing 2 hours anyways?
yeah, we about 144, 144.
That's perfectly fine, bro. That's perfect. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, this has been episode 5. We got something special coming for y'all. Episode 10. We gonna plan something crazy. And any last words, Greed?
Hey man, everybody just keep grinding. Keep grinding, bro. Don't stop the grind. Keep grinding.
On God. This has been Tine and Greed with the Weebinati podcast. We move.